So this is the final video for our Smooth Talker with levels, and I'm simply going to whiz through each other mode that we haven't covered so far, and some of which you may already be familiar with. But they're all a great use for different ways of using an ASE device. It's just dependent on your actual requirements. So first of all, we're going to go straight into choice mode. Choice mode does exactly what it says in the tin. It offers two users, two different choices. So really good for obvious conversational techniques where yes and no or please and thank you are set up. So I'm going to go straight into choice mode. I'm going to change level for this. So I'm going to put it onto level 2.
Level 2, random, no repeats.
And level 2 was previously used with random no repeats, so we have to change that to choice mode as mode number 4.
Choice.
Then we put it into record mode. And then we record our messages. So it's the same as normal. You use the main switch only to record your message. Yes. No. And as before with converse mode, the main switch is the first message and the second switch will be the second message. So we take it out of record mode. The smoothie's still paired up. So now what we should have is a choice option. So you could ask a user who has issues with struggling to communicate and ask them if they're okay.
Yes.
Or if they're not feeling too good.
No.
And that's as simple as that. Choice it only gives them the two options, but obviously you can use either one at any point.
No. Yes. No. No.
And so on. Okay, so now we're going to move into choice progression. And it's as simple as moving from choice into choice progression gives you several choices that you can pick from. So it's really good in perhaps a setting like a menu in a restaurant where you need to pick a starter, main and dessert, and you can set up two options for each and go through them. It allows you to pick one of each, the same as before. So in the previous option it was yes or no, so you'd have option 1 and option 2, but you can't move into the next section until you've picked one. So to do that, we're just going to set up six different choices across 3 sets of 2. So we go into record mode, and we'll set up the starters first. So we'll say soup, bread, and then we'll do the mains, pizza, cheeseburger, and then we'll do dessert, ice cream, donuts. And then you come out of record mode, and very similar to the previous modes, you've got the first option here and then the second option here. So the odds and the evens as we go through. But you can't go to the next one without making a choice. So if you were to pick the first option in each one, you'd press all the way through pressing the main button, and if you want the second option in each section, you'd press all the way through. But I'm going to show you how you can do that with the different sets. So once you've recorded your 6 options across 3 different sets like that, as before, you need to select it. The first option is here and the second option is here. So as we go through, I'll show you how that works. But basically, if you wanted soup for your starter, you'd press that one first.
Soup.
And then if you wanted cheeseburger for your main.
Cheeseburger.
But then you also wanted donuts for your dessert.
Donuts.
And then I'll show you the other way around. It goes back to the start. So we'll go back to this one for the bread.
Bread.
And then we'll choose pizza.
Pizza.
And then for the final one, we'll choose some ice cream.
Ice cream.
So you see, as you go through the progression, you get to choose between the 2 choices and any different way of doing that, but you can't progress to the next question without making a choice. That's choice progression. Hopefully that's easy to understand. So the next one to show you is auditory prompt, and that's number 7.
Prompt.
Now, auditory prompt allows a teacher, caregiver or therapist, or anybody who's using this on behalf of somebody, to cycle through a list of messages to pick the correct one for someone. So how that works is you've got your set of messages recorded in. So in this instance, we've still got the 6 menu items from choice progression built into the mode. And all you need to do is cycle through them to pick the right one you want to pick. So, for example, a waiter's come to your table and you'd like to choose donuts for somebody who is ready to sort of make a decision for that thing. You need to then move across to donuts before accessing that as a played option. So, Auditory Prompt allows the second button to be played back at a lower level. So, you'll hopefully be able to hear this. And then when you get to the correct one, you then press the main button and it does it a louder option for you. So as you see, what you've got as you go through,
soup, bread, pizza, cheeseburger, ice cream, donuts.
You found the right one,
Donuts.
and play it back. So the final mode that I want to show you is question and answer, and this kind of rolls together a couple of different options that we've gone through already. Question and answer is as it says on the tin again, really. It's a set of recordings that are question then answer as they're recorded, and you can set them up. But the key thing here is you can't move forward until the question is answered. So it allows the teacher or person that's asking that question to repeat the question if they need that repeated. So it does flip around a little bit, so the external switch becomes a question, the first recording, and the main switch becomes the answer. But also to show how this might work in setting, I've set up a toy output here as well, so that in creating the right answer you can get a toy output. Toy output can be used across a lot of different modes within the Smooth Talker, and it really is down to whatever you'd like to use that for. So do look through the support documents, the instruction manuals, if you want to sort of play with toy applications or play with outputs where it's a kind of reinforcement situation. So what you do again, it's as simple as recording what you need to record in order again. But to access the toy for the sake of the answers, you do need to remember one simple thing. So we put you into record mode to record the messages. Now, as you're recording the messages, for the answer that you require to be a toy output, you need to remember to quickly press the record button as you're recording that message. So we'll set up some question and answers quite simple. What colour is the sky? Blue. What colour is grass? Green. And once you've done that, as you noticed, I pressed the record button for the answers there. What we should get is a toy output when the person is answering the question. So we'll come out of record mode, and in question and answer mode, the external switch is the question.
What colour is the sky?
And you can keep asking the question.
What colour is the sky?
Until you get the answer. So you then press the main button for the answer,
Blue.
and you get the output. If you'd require a longer output, the suggestion for that for your toy output is to hold the recording down for silence for the remaining time that you'd want the toy output working for. So in that instance there, I would hold the button down and say blue, but keep the button held for say a couple more seconds, and you'd have the lights lit up longer. Next question.
What colour is grass? What colour is grass?
And as I said before, you can repeat the question if they missed it.
Green.
But you'll notice
Green.
it'll only keep answering.
Green.
It won't move forward to the next question until we press the question button. So it's a simple back and forth question answer situation. And that's all the modes for the Smooth Talker with Levels, so hopefully you'll get a real good indication of how the Smooth Talker with Level works from all of those videos. You can go back and watch further videos in our playlists, and if you've got any questions at all, be absolutely great to hear from you, so do get in touch. Thanks very much for watching all the videos, and we'll speak to you soon. Take care.